Why? The answer is pretty simple. It's not about fairness to workers. It's not about getting this economy going again. It's not about protecting jobs. This is political payback, plain and simple.
What many people don't know is that the bill would also take away their right to vote on their contract, their very first contract. Binding arbitration means that employers and unions, if they can't reach an agreement within 90 days, they go to mediation. Another 30 days after that, federal arbitrators come in and take over. That means that federal arbitrators, who have no idea how a particular business should run, will be making decisions about work rules, wages, and hours for the next 2 years. And workers will have nothing to say about it.
Everyone understands that there can be intimidation, and Americans reject that. By overwhelming majorities, Americans want to protect the secret ballot. Even, it turns out, there's a sort of a famous letter out there, I happen to have it with me, written back on August 29, 2001, to the Junta Local de Conciliación y Arbitraje del Estado de Puebla. That would be in Mexico. Written by George Miller, the current chairman in the House of the Education and Labor Committee, and a large group of members of Congress. And in this letter, they said in part, quote, "We feel that the secret ballot is absolutely necessary in order to ensure that workers are not intimidated into voting for a union they may not otherwise choose. Secret ballot is absolutely necessary." Intimidation. George Miller recognized it.
The Secret Ballot Protection Act addresses this, and it guarantees that every American worker will have a right to a secret ballot when unions are trying to organize their workplace.
America is held up around the world as a shining example for a functioning democracy, free people able to make free choices about their lives and their leaders. Americans have fought and died for basic principles, and one of those basic principles is a secret ballot. This is under assault. Coercion, harassment, election bullying are the trademarks of a tyrannical, dictatorial nation. They've got no place in America. More than 100 million Americans would be subjected to this kind of potential intimidation under the bill that's being proposed by the Democrats. I call it the Secret Ballot Destruction Act. Consequently, we need a Secret Ballot Protection Act. The right to a private secret ballot is sacrosanct. This bill will ensure that right. I'm honored to join my colleagues here today and those that are co-sponsoring this piece of legislation, both the House and the Senate. We believe that the American people want this so badly that they will encourage their members of Congress and their members of the United States Senate to ensure that this piece of legislation, the Secret Ballot Protection Act, will indeed pass.